So I am putting on this kickstand. Told you guys we gotta kind of customize these every time I gotta do it, but it's got this little notch. So what I normally do is run it like that. I'm gonna cut this off, and then we're gonna weld and then bend this so I can weld it on the top. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it on this. All right, so welded that on there and just smashed all this shit down, and then he welded the top. Now this sucker is ready to go, and these kickstands are really strong. It's leaning over a bit right now because I don't have the motor in it, but yeah, thank you, Jacob. He's my neighbor. It's just broke in his brand new welder. Okay, so in episode 3, I started showing you guys how to put on the handguards. I wasn't smart enough to realize I didn't have the handguards actually here. I normally have a few of these stocked up. I actually got them in the mail today, so this is the ones I use. They're Sycra. They're the Series 1. They're like the older style ones that they still sell for some reason. Honestly, they probably still sell them because I keep buying them. No one else probably orders these things. But I'll show you guys how to put these on there. And I currently have moto bars, but I've done this on 1-inch handlebars. The one thing you need to remember is these clamps that are sold separately come in different sizes. And I know that I use, they say T3 on them. They work for inch and an eighth bars. These could work for 1 inch, I forget. They also have some that work for 7/8 bars and different types of bars, like the Renthal fat bars. But these are sold separately. So then we're gonna take these out and I'll show you guys how to put them on. I already drilled the throttle in the last episode, which you can see. So now we're gonna cut out the grips and go from there. Okay, so I got the grips cut very terribly. I got them cut. It's gonna come with 2 handguards. Shove those for now. 2 handguard mounts and hardware. And get all this stuff here. So it comes with different hardware. You're gonna use this for moto bars, this little sleeve right here. If you're using the 1-inch Harley bars, you're gonna use this and it's gonna smash out pretty big. But yeah, so this one's like moto bars, and if you're using this, just swap it to that. Or if you're using 1-inch, swap it to this bigger sleeve right here. We have ODI bars, so we don't need that. First thing we gotta do is you gotta unscrew these. You can get this off, and then you put this through the hole, put the sleeve back, put the little nut back on there that's angled to push this out and stop the bar in there. Loosen that a little bit. It's always good to do these all loose too. And then tighten it all down once you get it all buttoned up and bolted together. So yeah, then basically from there, put that on. That's how you do it. Let's put the other side on now. So that's how they go on. As you can see here, that's why we drilled out the throttle. And I told you guys that I like to keep it a little bit away from there, just in case, for some reason, if you landed on this hard enough, you don't want anything sticking to that throttle. So it's got a little bit of free play right there. Handguards are bolted on. You can adjust right here up and down the angle you want. But yeah, they look good, and you know, you could really bash those things. I've hit so many things. I've hit trees, I've hit all kinds of stuff with those. In the flat track world, we've actually ran into I would run these on my flat track bikes just because it would bash into people on the start into the first corner, and it helped not crashing. So yeah, that's how you put these handguards on. Welcome back. I got my trusty assistant, Michelle.
Michelle, it's Patricia.
Blazer, Taser. That was my assistant, Michelle. What was that from? Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Okay, yeah, Pat's here to help me. We're gonna stick this fucking motor. I feel like 3 good arms are better than 2. So he's got 1, I got 2.
This one's strong.
You can't see my other arm's right here. We're gonna stick this fucking motor I came up on. Oh, it's missing some shit, but I got a cheap motor, so we're gonna dump this sucker in here right now. All right, this bike's starting to look like a actual motorcycle now. So we got the motor all mounted. Need to run some oil lines, fix some janky wiring they did on the Dynatech that came with this motor, but I think it's still good. And then plumb some stuff up, get a chain on there, front sprocket, put the fluids in it, start it up, and then make sure everything's good. After that, tear it the fuck down and re-powder coat everything and make it look cute. Sportsters are cute. Another day on this build. Today we're going to be doing a Electron carb install. We're going to put this sucker on there, try this out on a bone stock 883 motor. Like I said earlier, this motor I ended up coming up on, I think I paid $400 or $500 for the whole bike, or $400 for the whole bike, and then I used the motor for this thing. So I need to go get some oil lines today so I can connect everything back up. And all right, so we got oil lines today. Starting to run them. Realize that I have to take off the cam cover to get to that bottom one right there, and I might as well cut this cam cover while I'm at it. So we're gonna do that, which sucks, and it's the messiest thing you can do, but it looks so much better. Here's the most unfun thing to do on a Sportster when I build them, is I cut off all this excess shit that I don't need, and it lightens it up a little bit, but also it just looks so much better. But man, it's so fucking messy and such a bitch to do, so let's get to it. Much better on the cam cover side. I can access this a lot better. If I ever need to change the oil pump, this hose line, it just looks so much more racy, I guess you would say, rather than stock bike. So I never ride them without cutting that thing. As big of a pain in the ass as that was, that probably took me 45 minutes to cut that thing, an hour, probably less than that. But yeah, so that's it for this video. The next one, I will probably be finishing up the wiring, getting the chain on there. I also got a compensator sprocket coming that I've never done before. If I remember, I think the Evolution one that I ordered is 1 tooth down, and also I think they're 3 pounds lighter. So I've never ran one. I'm gonna try it just to lighten it up, lighten the rotating speed, or the weight, I guess you would say here. Supposedly 1 tooth down will give me a little bit more bottom end. I've never done anything with this. I asked a couple buddies and that's what they told me to do. So we're gonna try that out. But yeah, we'll see you on the next one, guys.